So today, let's see, what's on my heart? My heart is pretty soft. I'm going through some pretty hard things in my life, which means my heart is soft and tender, and transitions are happening that are not easy. So I think the conversation is, how do we continue to show up for our purpose and our work, even when life throws you some hardballs? This is something that I believe is where we dig our ditches and we put our roots down. So Florence Scovel Shinn, she's one of my favorite authors. She wrote a book called The Game of Life and How to Play It. And if you've never read this book, every one of you needs to go get this book. Florence has definitely changed my life. So Florence Scovel Shinn teaches the story of digging your ditches. And digging your ditches is a story that she shares from the Bible of when the wise men were traveling and there was no rain. It was this drought. And so the wise men went to Elijah the prophet and said, how do we get God to pour down water? And Elijah said, dig ditches, prepare for the water, prepare for the water. And so there they were, digging deep, deep ditches in a time when it was a drought and people were making fun of them and laughing at them. But once they dug the ditches, then it began to pour and rain poured down. So this story of digging our ditches, a lot of the times when we're going through hard things, we want to just push everything away and we want to say, I'll get to it, let me go through this. And even though I believe there is value in obviously moving through grief and emotions, but when we can dig our ditches, even in the hard times, when we can prepare for what our hearts desire, even in the hard times, that's when the miracles pour down. So I feel like this is a conversation of digging your ditches, which is prepping in faith, doing things even when it feels impossible, right? Like digging their ditches even when they were in a drought, digging for water that hadn't been seen. When we can dig our ditches, it creates space for miracles. But it's also the same concept of how do we get our roots down so deep so that when the winds come, so when the things that are hard are going to hit you, you still are rooted in who you are and your purpose and your work. So I'd love to know what you guys' thoughts are on this. And if anyone wants to pop on live with me, I don't have a guest today. So Maria, if you want to pop on live, anyone who wants to go live, let me know. But until then, I'd love to know your guys' thoughts. So what are your guys' thoughts about this? Because every entrepreneur, every creator is going to hit really hard times in the midst of their creation. And I saw this happen, I see this happen in my life all the time. I see this happen in all my clients' lives. Like no one is free from hardship. No one is like, oh, I just create my business and I don't have to deal with anything hard in my life. Everyone's got something that they're gonna hit up against. And I'll tell you that every time you expand, so every time you expand to be a new shape, usually old pain, old traumas show up. And here's why, I believe. Because your old pain and old trauma is at a vibrational frequency that can't exist with who you are becoming. So if you're going to expand and be this bigger person, or just honestly a new shape, you're just expanding to be a new shape, all the old crap that's stuck inside of you can't live at your new shape anymore. They can't live at that vibration. So every time I've expanded in business, old trauma shows up in my body. Old memories, trauma memories I've never seen, like they just show up. And now I know, like, oh, my body's cleaning out the gunk so that I can move to a new vibrational frequency. Does this make sense to you guys? So I look at our struggles as almost like cleaning the gutter. So every time something really hard happens in my life when I'm expanding in my work and in my gifts, I see it as cleaning the gutter. Oh, good. My system is cleaning out the gutter so that I can expand and be at a new vibrational frequency. This right here, this helps me move through my hard things. I have hit many hard things in my life. And this right here is what keeps me in momentum. Every time we push the brakes on our creations, every time we put the brake on our creation, it slows down the momentum. Good, Maria. I'm so happy this is landing for you, Maria. Imagine if you're riding your bike and every time you start to get speed and you just hit the brakes, you have to get back on up, find your balance again, and then keep going. But if you can always keep at least one pedal moving, even if you start to slow down, you don't have to find your balance again. Every time we stop a creation because we've hit a trial or a struggle or a hardship, we have to get back up. We have to find our balance, and then we have to get momentum again. The easiest way to move through hardships, in my opinion, is that you just keep going. So last week was probably one of the hardest weeks I've experienced in a long time. Really painful week, emotionally, physically, a lot happening, lots of shifts and changes in my life. And everything inside me was like, I just can't do a morning show. Like, how can I show up and channel with people when I'm going through so many things in my life? But I've made a commitment, and that commitment was that every morning I was going to get up and do these shows. I was going to help people with their books. That commitment kept me in momentum. And every day I sat here and channeled with people. Actually, I healed. I healed because I was using my gifts. I wasn't taking my gifts and stuffing them inside and laying on the ground. I was like, okay, I can have pain. I can hand it over to God, and I can show up and use my gifts. And if I'm going to use my gifts, someone's going to have a breakthrough. And on the back end, I was healing because I was using my gifts. If we make a commitment to our work and to our gifts, even on the hardest days, that's what's going to pull you through. That's what's going to help you move through, not the other way around. Not shutting everything down, but keeping in the creation is going to heal you. So creation to me is how we heal. Creation is what heals our pain. Creation is what keeps us in momentum. The second we stop creating, we get stagnant. And y'all know what happens with stagnant water. Stagnant water becomes poisonous. Stagnant water makes you sick. When you're stagnant, all healing stops. When you're in creation, healing continues. So I'd love to know what your guys' thoughts are about this. And just put it in the comments if anyone wants to go live. We've got a little bit of time here that we can jump in and do some creation work with somebody. I feel like every one of you who are here live and everyone who's watching later, there's something in your heart right now that's asking you to create it. Maybe it's a book. Maybe it's a new program. Maybe it's a podcast. Maybe it's that you just want to start painting, right? Like, there's something inside of you that wants to be created that for some reason you've been pushing it down. Maybe you don't feel like you're good enough. Maybe you feel like now's not the time. You don't have the time. You don't have the know-how, whatever it is. There's something that's been asking you to create that you've been pushing into the corner. Just give me a little heart if you've felt that. Have you guys felt there's something inside of you that's been wanting to be created, but that just can't seem to get your oxygen, your love, your breath? I want you to think about that right now, okay? So I want you to pick it up. I'm very visual, so if you want to pick it up, put it in your palms, and we're going to wrap it in all this love, okay? So this creation. Now I want you to imagine if you had a seed, but it was just sitting on your kitchen table, like it's not going to grow. You could wish it all day long that this seed is going to grow, and it's just not going to grow. It's just going to sit on that table, and it's going to just be locked in a seed. But if you were to take that seed and you were to put it into soil and you were able to pour a little bit of water on it and make sure that it has some sunlight, that seed is going to crack and it's going to grow up into this beautiful, beautiful plant or flower or whatever it's supposed to, a tree, right? All it takes is the seed has to be placed into a fertile ground, and then it can grow. Your creation is the same. Right now, it's just a seed that's sitting on a table. It's not getting love, it's not getting nourishment, it's not getting oxygen. So how you're going to do that is you're going to start placing it into a spiritual soil. And what I mean by that is that you're going to take this dream, this creation, and you're going to wrap it in love every morning, and you're going to hand it over to God. And you're going to ask that God will give you one action that you can do that day that's going to help birth this creation. So now what we're doing is we're wrapping it in a soil, an energetic soil of love. We're handing it over to the divine, and then we're asking for our part. What is one action that we can do today that's going to birth this creation? And when you do this model, what happens is you asking for that action is you watering the seed. And one action a day is going to create a compound effect that's going to make everything fall into place so much easier than you saying, I'll do this when I have more time. Because when you do this when you have more time, the energy of that creation starts to weigh you down. So I see creation and inspiration like this. If it's raining, this is so beautiful, right? You're getting cleaned, you're getting cleansed, the earth is getting water, but the water needs to go somewhere. It needs to move into the earth, it needs to move into the rivers. If you are in a boat, that water is going to feel really good at first, but it has nowhere to go, and so it's actually going to end up sinking your boat. This is what happens with creations and inspiration, is it flows down you, but it's coming so that it can birth through you. If you leave the creation inside of you, it weighs your body down. It actually makes your energy heavier, and it creates overwhelm. So inspiration and creation, when not birthed, actually create overwhelm. When inspiration and creation's birth, you get momentum and you get energy and you receive light. Do you guys feel this? Does this make sense to you guys? So today, I want you guys to notice, okay, what creation in my body have I not brought through? What have I been inspired to do that I haven't taken action on? And then ask that God will give you one idea, one action step that's going to help move the needle on this creation. And if you do that, you're going to feel so much more light, so much more energy pouring through your body. I can almost feel it. It moves up through the soles of your feet. It wakes all the way up through your heart, all the way out through the crown of your head. This right here is how you stay in momentum, even when hard things happen, because you're going to hit hard things. We are human. This is what happens, right? We hit hard things. How do you stay in momentum? You stay in creation. You ask God to give you the next step. You wrap things in love, and then you ask for support. I'm a big believer. If you guys have never watched my YouTube videos, watch my morning and evening YouTube videos. The whole thing is this. We're working with our angels. We're working with our guides. We're staying in creation. We're staying in momentum. This right here is how you expand your gifts. You keep moving even when you hit hard things. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. What are your guys' thoughts about this? Is this helpful? Do you have a question? Is there something that you are working on that you would like to have a breakthrough with? Is there a creation that's been asking for you to birth it? I see a few of my friends in here. Let me know if you have a question. If not, I think there is, there's something I'm going to take you guys through really quick as we kind of move through this. So those who are here live, I invite you, if you're not driving, to, which I hopefully you're not driving because, we're live here. But I want you to close your eyes if you can, okay? So I'm going to take you all through a little bit of what I like to call a codex. So codex, they are recoders. They go in and they recode your body. So for me, this is healing work at a cellular level, and it is usually done with a visualization, and I actually never know really what I'm going to do. So let's just see what happens. Let's drop in together and let's see if we can move through our bodies. And I want you to, we're going to locate where the creation is inside of you that's stuck. So it could be your book, it could be a business thing, it could be maybe you were going to do videos and send them out into the world. Maybe you want to learn how to cross stitch, like whatever it is. There's something inside of you that we're going to unblock. Let's do that. That feels really good. You guys want to do this? Okay. All right. So I want you to take a nice deep breath in and breathe out. We're just going to say hello to our bodies. Shoulders up. Oh, open your heart. One more. All right. Shake your arms. Shake your other arm. Why do we do this? Because we want to get into our bodies before we do spiritual work. Your body is the key to wisdom. Your body is the wisdom keeper. So we want to say hello to the body so that we can open up and receive spiritual work. So I want you just breathing in, breathing out. All right, I want you to visualize this beautiful light. It's a golden light. It's going to come in through the crown of your head. It's going to move all the way down through the soles of your feet. So you're going to breathe in. And breathe out. You're going to breathe in. And out. There we go. There we go. All right. So from this space, I want you to visualize this beautiful shield of light around you. And I want you to see it like a bubble, and it's going to seal up at your toes. Seal. It's a hard word for me to say. It's going to seal at your toes. And the reason is we want to infuse you with light and let there be no holes or gaps, okay? So just creating this beautiful shield of light, sealing it at your toes to infuse your body with light, to insulate your body with light, and to be an added form of protection. And now we're going to call in all of our angels and our guides and our leaders and those who are here to support us, each one of you individually in your purpose, in your work, in your life. We're going to call them all in and through the divine light to hold this space for us. We're going to ask that light will touch our ears so we can spiritually hear what needs to be heard. The light will touch our third eye so we'll have access to all of our spiritual gifts. The light will cleanse our lips that we speak only what needs to be spoken. Taking a deep breath in. I want you to take your eyes down through your body, and you're just going to start to scan your body and see what creation is stuck. So there's a creation inside of you that's wanting to come out, and where is it stuck? How do you know where it's stuck? Is you're going to either feel it tighten, you're going to feel an energy dense in that area, you're going to feel it buzzing. It's going to just get your attention. Sometimes you're going to feel pain there. The more you scan your body, the more you hear your body. The more you scan your body, the more you can hear the voice of your body. So we're going to drop right in, straight into your heart. Well, okay, so you're going to find out where yours is stuck. Mine is stuck in my heart. You find where yours is stuck. All right, so dropping in, finding where it's stuck, and in that space, we're going to take the warmth of the sun. So imagining just this brilliant, warm, just beautiful sun pouring over wherever this creation is stuck. And I want you to just take a deep breath in and let that heat and that warmth soften and break down any of the barriers, any walls, any doors, anything that is holding back this creation. Now, if you can hear, usually the walls and the doors that are holding back a creation sound something like this. They're going to sound something like, I'm not good enough. Who am I to create this? I don't know how to create this. I'm afraid of failing. I'm afraid of doing it wrong. Like, these are the thoughts that create the walls that hide our creations, that hide our gifts. So I want you to just notice what you hear. What is hiding this creation? Just listen. Don't make them wrong. Don't make yourself wrong. Just hear them. Witness them. All right, now we're going to ask the divine to come and gather in all these thoughts, all these barriers, everything that's holding them back, everything that is holding your creation back. We're just going to ask the divine to gather them all the way in and take them to wherever they need to go, that they can be healed, so that we can be clear from these thoughts, the noise that is just clogging our creation. All right, we want to clear out the creation path. So take one more breath in, breathing out. All right, I want you to now feel. There's something about liberation and expansion. So what I'm seeing right now is whatever this creation is, that you have an idea around what it looks like. You're very clear on what this creation looks like, about like what you want it to be. When your creation is placed in a mold, it can't come through. So when we hold tight to how we think it should be, when we hold tight to the parameters and borders that we give our creations, they can't actually birth. They get stuck. Now, if you've, it's like very much like childbirth, right? Like, you want to be able to relax and trust the process. That means you get to let this creation show you what it is, not you creating exactly how it should be. When we do that, this is why everything comes through faster. This is all we do in book channeling. People have an idea of what their book is, but then their book comes in and shows us, and it blows the borders out, it blows the parameters, and then the books get to come through super easy. This is the same with all creation. When we can invite the divine to show us how to create, to show us what this creation really is here to be, the borders break, the parameters fall, and creation's birth with ease. So I want you to look at this creation inside of you and just witness where you've been trying to mold it. Where have you been trying to put a cookie cutter shape on it? Where have you been trying to do it right? To get it right. And just see and witness it, and then allow it to drop off your body like raindrops. Like, just drop off your body all the ideas, all the expectations, letting them leave your body. And then allowing you to actually move into this place of true trust that the creation you're here to create, it already is created. It's already spiritually created. All you get to do is open your heart to receive it. So take a nice breath in. Going into your body, wherever this creation is, letting it know that you see it, hear it, love it, witness its magnitude, and that you're ready to partner with it. That you're ready to let this creation be a partner with you, to lead you, to guide you, and that you will be the physical body that brings it to this earth. I want you to feel how all of a sudden the creation doesn't feel like a to-do. The creation doesn't feel overwhelming. Instead, this feels like massive support. This is you leaning in and getting massive support from the creation itself. I don't know if this makes sense, but I hope it lands, because this is going to change how you create. When you don't have to figure it out, but you get to partner and receive it, everything happens so much easier, and everything expands within you as you let go of your parameters. Okay, take a deep breath in. Breathing out. All right. So we're going to just wrap this creation in this beautiful golden nectar. We're going to hand it over to God. We're going to invite the divine to take care of it with you. We're going to ask your angels to open up space and time today that you can create with the creation. And then from the crown of your head all the way down to your toes, we're going to wrap you in this golden love. From the crown all the way down to the toes, letting it move all the way out to the soles of your feet. Take a nice deep breath in. All right, I want you to feel the shift in your body right now. I want you to feel there's more of an alignment within the crown of your head down to the soles of your feet. I want you to feel more heart-centered. I want you to notice that any overwhelm that was on your body has left. And that right here, right now, this is the energy where you get to plant the seed of your creation. This is the energy that's going to awaken your momentum. No matter what you're facing in life right now, creation keeps you in momentum. Creation will keep you in healing. Creation will give you life. All right? All right, my friends, I know this was a little bit different than our normal book channeling, but I want to just thank you all for being here. I'm just seeing all of your messages. Oh, I just love seeing you guys so much. Tomorrow I have an opening. I think I have an opening tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday for book channeling. So if you want to. Now, I want to open this up that we can channel your book or we can channel a creation together. It's all the same thing. Whatever's in your heart to bring through, let's bring that through. And we're going to do it in this type of energy, clearing out the blocks. So I just want to thank you all for being here. DM me if you want one of those spots. And to ground yourself right now, you want to drink some water. If you have some sea salt, you want to put some sea salt in your mouth. Maybe go out and put your feet on the earth. When we do this type of spiritual work, we want to get back into our bodies. Actually, I'm going to play my sound bowl for you really quick. That'll be an easy way to get you back in your body. Hold on. Here we go. Okay. So sound is one of the fastest ways to get back into your body. So I want you guys to just take a nice deep breath in. You're going to breathe in all the way to your lower belly, your womb, your sacral, and then we're going to breathe all the way up to the crown. All right, so take a nice deep breath in. All the way down. Breathe out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Then we're going to do the 4-4-4, okay? So you're going to breathe in. Hold for 4. And breathe out. Hold for 4. And breathe in. Hold for 4. And breathe out. Hold for 4. I'm going to do that one more time. Breathing in. Hold for 4. And breathing out. Hold for 4. There we go. Hopefully you feel that shift in your body. Every time we do any sort of spiritual work, especially at this level, you want to move into it. You want an entrance in, which is what we did at the beginning, and then you want an exit out. So you can come back and be in your body and be happy being human, okay? So really important pieces you want to channel. You want to enter into channeling and exit out of channeling. So I hope that brought you all back into your body. Send you so much love. Thank you for being here with me. And my dear friends, I will see you tomorrow. Bye.